Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the webinar where we're going to talk about some really good tips that our mentors are going to share about Florida and California law exam. I know that some of y'all are approaching your exams for NPT and some of y'all have already passed your NPT and are then looking to do this law exam. So we thought that it would be a nice time to bring y'all together and actually figure out what is needed to pass this exam and how can our mentors help you achieve that. Let's get started with a little bit of information about what is Career Final Frontier and how do we go forward with helping y'all in not just law exam, but a lot of variety of things that relate to your life, which is after the NPTE. So first of all, I want you to meet our team, and we have all the names here and all the people in the chat and everybody that's going to help today for this webinar. These are our great mentors that are going to help with the service if you sign up for, if you have any questions, or if you want to have any concerns that you want to get through your license exam, your law exam for Florida and California states respectively. And a little bit about what is Career Final Frontier. So it is an extension of NPT Final Frontier, as you may know, which we are very proudly associated with and help our students for their life after the NPTE, because we want to make sure that we can assist in your goals, not only while passing your NPTE, but also while y'all are now ready to take on the world as a licensed PT. So we want to make sure that we're in this journey with you for more than just your NPTE. And which is why I listed some of the services that we offer and how y'all can get in touch with us through that email. I will write the email in the chat again to make sure y'all have an idea. But let's get started on what we promised. And then Liani is going to take from the lead from here for Florida exam first.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Leani, and with Fernanda, we are part of the team that help you with the preparation for the Florida exam. So let's start with a little bit of basic. Jurisprudence exam is a test that each state provide and to make sure that you know the practice act on the rules under which you're gonna be allowed to work for PTs and PTAs. Here in Florida, we are ruled by chapter 486 and 456. The Florida law and rules exam, you have to, is a requirement for all Florida applicants that want the license to take it and pass this exam. And the SBPT is the entity that develops and set the passing score for this exam. The Florida law jurisprudence test is a 50 multiple choice questions, which 40 are scored and 10 are gonna be like for future, a pilot for future exams. And this exam is 1 hour, and you're gonna get the 6 topics during the evaluation. So legislative intent and definitions, board power and duties, licensure and examination, patient care, disciplinary action and unlawful practice, and consumer advocacy. To apply for the license with the Florida board, so what you have to do first is request an official transcript and from your PT and mail it to the board office. You can apply online through the Florida Department of Health, and you're gonna do it through the online service portal. The fee for this is $180. So what we recommend is have to make that process when you're filling all the information easier, is have on hand all the dates of the days that you have taken the NPT. Also, well, you have to check your status of the application, and in the other side, on the SBPT website, you have to sign for the Florida law exam. This is gonna be $65, and they're gonna send you an ATT letter, like in the MPT. And it's gonna be like 24 to 72 hours when they send you that. After that, you can enroll in the Prometric Center that is closer to you. The fee for this Prometric Center is around $29.50. Then you go and take your exam the day that you choose to. Usually it's Monday to Saturday that you can go and take the exam. And the score is gonna be released by the SBPT, send it to your board in around 3 business days. Usually it doesn't take a lot of time. And what you have to do for preparing for this test. So when you enroll, the board will send you an email with a PDF of this handbook and the content out loud for the Florida exam. It's a big PDF. It's a lot of information. And the idea is that you have to create notes of important topics like dates, CEUs requirements, fees, definition, and more information that they will provide in this PDF. Also, it's important for you to get the confidence on this exam to take a practice exam, like we did it with the MPT. So you kind of are familiar with what's going on with this. And here in Career Final Frontier, we can support you during that process. We can help you with a diagnostic exam, constant follow-up by phone or email, live tutoring and reviewing sessions where we're gonna go through each topic from that whole handbook, and we're gonna like explain you little by little what is the important topics for this test. Also, you will receive a mock of this exam of that test, which again, we can help you to understand and kind of get the confidence for the exam. And we will guarantee the support until you pass the exam. That's very important. And I would like to add a little bit more in terms of like, if you need help with, I'm a Spanish speaker, Fernanda speaks Portuguese. And if you feel more comfortable with those languages as well, we can try to help you in that matter. And I'll let you go with Pamela and talk a little bit about California.
Thank you, Liani. Okay, so we're going to now talk about the California law exam, and then Pamela is our instructor that guides us through that, and then she's going to give us some information on the California law exam.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So excited to see you all today. Well, California law exam is just similar like Florida law exam. It basically talks about what are the education standards required for a clinician to practice in a clinical setting, and what are the continuing education units required in order to like renew your license. And most importantly would be your ethical standards needed in order to practice in a clinical setting, whether it's an outpatient or an inpatient or a SNF. And if a clinical practice is not followed properly by a clinician, what are the enforcements imposed is what is all about California law exam. And we have some goals and objectives. So the main important goal would be your APTA, which is your American Physical Therapy Code of Ethics. And it is applied for both PTs and PTAs. And like I said, it's also very essential for a clinician, you know, also to make a proper clinical decision-making in a clinical setting. Now let's look into what would be the process to register for the test. So the first thing is you log into FSBPT, which is Federation State Board of Physical Therapists. So under which you would actually create your member login or your customer login. And once you log in, you will actually have a section on your left-hand side, which talks about jurisdiction examination. Once you click into the jurisdiction, then you would be directed to different states, under which, of course, you would select California. And then you would actually fill in the application for it and do a payment of $65. Now, these are some essential links to help you for the test registration. The first one, like I said, would be your FSBPT site. And the second one is your jurisdiction site. And the third link is talking mainly about the content. So the content usually covers what are the essential topics under which you will have the majority of questions. So in the content, the majority of the questions are from your clinical education guidelines and your continuing education requirements and your enforcement. And we also have, if you want to be really like precise about your fines and fees and your numbers, then you have something called a California Practice Act, wherein you can just click in a particular code and it will directly lead you to whichever point you want to like review on. And once you register for the test, just like Leni said, you'll also be given a reference guide for California test, which is actually a 121-page guide. Now, this test is a 50 question, but recently some of my students are telling me there are 51 questions in the test. So let's put it like it could be 50 to 51 question. And the passing score is at least you need to achieve a 75%, which is a 600 out of 800, just like your NPTE. Now, we as a Final Frontier, what we do is we actually concise this 121-page reference guide into a 47 PowerPoint presentation. So we actually concise it and make it easier and simple for all the students. And we actually extract the essential points required and possibly seen in the test. And we also have one-on-one live sessions, and all the live sessions are being recorded. So once you're done with the class, a recorded session will be forwarded to the student just so that you can review it. And if you just feel like you've missed a point in the class, you can definitely review it and you can get back to us through email or through phone call or also through WhatsApp. So we will definitely be one-on-one with the student, and we make sure that we help the student, and we actually guarantee support to the student to be able to pass the test. That's about it, and over to Vidhi.
Thank you for spending your Saturday and enrolling and knowing more about these two exams. What I want to proudly say is that we've had 100% pass rates for both our Florida and California law exam with these great mentors that have helped. They've saved so much time of our students to be able to know exactly what to do and exactly from where to study, instead of, like they mentioned, that the guide is 121 pages long, and that could be a lot. So we've had 100% pass rate as of now, and they are not having to worry about, okay, what to study, how much to study. It is extensive, and then this is the part where you want to get done faster, not slow. And somebody asked if they can find this webinar on the website. Yes, this whole session is recorded. So what will happen is in about 2 days, once I'm able to convert the recording, it will be updated on the website. So yes, you will be able to find this webinar on the website with all the links. And if you have any questions for our mentors, we'll stick around for a few minutes, and you all can unmute yourselves and ask your questions one-on-one, which is we're okay with. So you all can, yes, I think, Liani, that's correct, right? You can find the Florida law exam PDF on the website. Do you have to register for that, or you could just find the like the PDF without that?
You can find it in Google.
Yeah,
it's free for downloading.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we should be able to find that, but again, it's a long PDF, and if you all have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email or check out the course, and we'll stick around here for a little bit more if you all have any questions that y'all want to ask. Y'all can unmute yourselves or put it in the chat, whatever's easy for y'all. Liani, do you want to take this one?
So you don't have to be in Florida. It's like, again, you choose your primary center that is closer to your area.